Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I want to talk to you guys about some market update news, just some overall news, and then touch on a few projects. It has been like 2 weeks since I have done a video on this channel. So I just want you guys to get caught up on my thoughts of the overall market and to show you guys a couple projects that I think are interesting, at least in this kind of low volume period of the market. So over the past week or so, we have seen a lot happen in the crypto market, in the NFT market, and with stocks, and basically every asset you could basically hold has gone down in value. The United States is potentially looking at a recession if we're not already in one. We are also going to talk briefly about Terra and basically it going to zero with its stablecoin UST getting depegged. I don't even know what it's at right now, but it's certainly not $1. So if you take into account inflation and a recession and major crypto issues like Terra Luna, you can start to see why NFTs and crypto have really taken a fat hit over the past couple weeks. So things like Bitcoin, things like Ethereum are all down something like 50 to 60% from their all-time highs. And to me, this looks like just an area of opportunity for myself. So how I am playing this current market is as follows. So I was a holder of quite a bit of Ethereum. And Ethereum only a few weeks ago was at about $3,000 and then was about like high 2000s. And so I sold a chunk of my Ethereum at $3,300. I sold another chunk of it at $3,000. And then I sold the rest of it at $2,700. So I have been sitting on a lot of cash recently. And when we saw this huge market sell-off in a lot of different areas between stocks and crypto and NFTs and basically every asset, I started to dollar cost average my way back into the market. So I am currently dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin and Ethereum on Mondays, and I am also dollar cost averaging into the NASDAQ on Mondays as well in the stock market. So I'm sitting on a bunch of cash right now, and I'm using that as an opportunity to buy stocks and crypto at a pretty solid discount. And so that doesn't mean crypto, NFTs, stocks don't have room to go lower, but I am using this as an opportunity to potentially get a good price point in. And you know what, if it goes down another 10, 15, 20%, that's okay with me. I'm gonna just continue to dollar cost average. I have a bunch of cash on hand, and that is the goal, right? As long as I have cash on hand to sustain my lifestyle and to potentially buy into a big capitulation candle when there's max fear in the market, maybe like an accumulation period where I can like really kind of go heavy into some certain assets like the NASDAQ or Bitcoin or Ethereum, then that's what I plan on doing. But as long as I have that cash reserve, I feel comfortable with navigating this market and making sure that I make the right decisions for me and my context in life. So right now my portfolio looks like very heavy Bitcoin with some Ethereum, still a bunch of NFTs, bunch of cash, and a little bit of stocks, which I'm trying to grow. So that's my current setup. What we'll do is we'll hop on over to OpenSea Dune Analytics and we'll just take a look at the chart. And what you can see here is basically since the Bored Ape Yacht Club land sale, we have seen a large drop off of volume. So over the past few days, we've been hovering around like anywhere between 50 and $30 million OpenSea daily volume, which is very, very low. Like you have to go back quite far to be able to see volume this low. And I think this is just because the market is in a risk off environment. And so what do I mean by that? I mean, people are worried about a recession, people worried about inflation, people worry about the Fed and the government, if you live in the United States, being hawkish. And so what that means is they're looking to increase interest rates, which basically means people are going to be hoarding cash and putting it in savings accounts and earning interest versus spending money into speculative assets like NFTs, crypto, or whatever it is. So that's my opinion as to why we're seeing such low volume. A risk-off environment isn't good for speculative assets, but that's okay. It potentially is an opportunity for people to buy into certain collections or certain coins or certain stocks at a big discount. As long as you play it safe and you take your time and you realize that stuff like this can last months, you have time to leverage and dollar cost average your way in to get exposure to certain assets. So my general opinion on things, if you look at top OpenSea collections list, is we certainly have room to go lower, but everything is basically at a discount right now. What we're seeing is a shift towards Solana, and I do think that is an interesting play. There has been lots of money made there recently, and to me, it just makes sense. It's like, okay, ETH volume is low, People are looking for their flip, they're looking for their quick money, they're looking for their next exposure asset to some sort of risky play. And that makes a lot of sense on Solana because a lot of people are talking about it on YouTube and Twitter. And, you know, people like myself and people like other influencers and people with any sort of pull in the space tend to talk about where the attention is, right? And right now the attention is on Solana and a select few projects on Ethereum. And so Solana definitely has money-making opportunities right now. Ethereum has plenty of those as well. Regardless, I think there are plenty of opportunities still left in the market. They're just a little bit fewer and far between than they were a few weeks ago, a few months ago. So I'm not going anywhere. NFTs are still incredibly exciting for me. Crypto is still incredibly exciting to me. I'm going to be dollar cost averaging my way back into the market. And that's pretty much my plan. Like, I'm going to be poking around in Solana a little bit. I'm going to be making sure I keep up to date with Fed news and crypto news and top OpenSea collection news, and just making sure I stay on top of all the little things that can happen in this market so I know where to deploy my cash and when. So this is just going to be a market update video. I think right now is the time to be patient and to dollar cost average and to make sure that you have cash on hand and to make sure that you are prepared for potentially a reversal here where we see a bit of a retrace for Ethereum and Bitcoin, and we go back up to potentially like a $3,000 Ethereum or like a $40,000 Bitcoin. So pretty much everything is on the table right now. For all we know, $25,000 Bitcoin or like a 1700 ETH was the bottom. I don't know that to be true. I am just hedging both ways, right? So I'm dollar cost averaging my way back in, but I also have cash in case we go lower. So I want to make sure that I am being holistic with my approach to this sector of investing. I also have stocks. I also have other assets in my life that I like to invest in. And that's basically where my head's at. So just a quick update video for you guys. The next video will be a little bit more standard for me where I talk about a couple projects. One will be on Solana and two will be on ETH that I think have potential even in a market like this. And then we can kind of keep making some videos. I'll keep updating you guys on my thoughts and we can kind of navigate this journey together. Once again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you guys in the very, very next video.